Hey guys, this is Brad from Max Rudy coming for the fourth and final video of our series here. And so many cards, they just get stuck and out of whack. And our fourth and final video is going to be energy and open spaces, as I talked about last time. So, for this deck, you know what our ratio is. I changed things up a little bit. Our ratio is going to be 12 energy, because I took out the draw supporters. So for this, most things have a DC as a cost, so a 4 DC. We have many different types, so we're going to run 4 rainbow. It's kind of gets in there. Obviously, with a Drampa, makes it a little better. And then, for the last ones, because of what Solvali does, I want to run 4 energy, basic energy. So, you might ask, why 2 dark, 1 water, 1 electric? Well, these 2 are really good attackers. These 2 are really good in-game, mid-game, let me take control. So, being able to ditch these to the graveyard, and then being able to attach the one that I need at any time, it's kind of really good. I kind of really like that a lot. And 2 dark just because it's Hoopa. Really, what you want to do in some games, you're just going to put up Hoopas. They're going to sit there. Because Hoopa will literally win you the game. All day, every day. Hoopa's a really good card. Hoopa Ninetales with Safeguards is good. Obviously, they're coming out with a lot of neat Pokemon out that are going to be able to deal with that. Obviously, with the Prism cards. They seem really neat. They also seem a little bit slow. They're not bad. They're good mid-game attackers. But the problem with the mid-game attacker is I can goose them out and take care of it early game. So it kind of means a little bit less to me. The Solgaleo is really good. I think it's going to be a really good buff for Metagross. I think it's going to allow Metagross to deal with Safeguard a lot better. Because Safeguard really just kind of shuts it down a lot. It makes you have to play very differently, especially with the Hoopa out, you're not hitting me for weakness. Hoopa Ninetales it's just kind of a really good deck. That kind of just takes care of a lot of things in the middle. So, now that we have this, we're going to talk about open spaces. So, in this deck, you can turn these over, because really if you wanted to, you could play them as an open spot. Mr. Mime, I'm going to turn over because even though he's a meta call, same with Necrozma, he really is an open spot. Same thing with here, my 4th field blower. It's an open spot. So what we have now, depending on how you want to play it, we have 8 open spots. So open spots add to versatility in the game, which I like. I like that I have many options. I want to give myself as much option as possible when building a deck and playing a game, so I have the best option to win. There are a lot of decks that just don't have options. They just don't have... The deck list is so tight that like you're cutting something important to run the Mr. Mime that's going to kill you. Or the Mr. Mime that's going to save you from being killed. Or the Giratina that's going to save you from frogs. Or both, just to really say, I don't like you, frogs. Like, you have to kill what's up front. No, you can't do that? My bad. So, that's kind of just one of those things that it's like, what is going to give me the best options? And kind of limiting and changing what my deck is, because obviously, like, you can even make this a different spot for a different kind of supporter. As long as you keep within the ratios of everything that you have set for yourself, in whatever deck you're going for, it doesn't really matter what the open cards are. This is where you get to tech in your things. Like, I was playing against one of my friends. And I was playing Hoopa Ninetales. And he was playing Metagross, I think? Yeah, because he he had cut a few things to make sure that he was able to play against Hoopa Ninetales. And for that matchup, it does really well. Like, he had a whole bunch of things. They were not bad attackers. The thing is, if he took it to a bigger tournament, they would kind of kill him. Not that it's not good. I liked it. I loved playing against him. I loved that we had a very good game. It was very interesting. It was kind of one of those things, he knew that he got the win. Like, I had him down to 1 prize card for a while. If my energy hadn't been messed up, I would have won the game. I just kind of had to attach earlier. I had attached more energy earlier to, and then when I went to special charge, I couldn't special charge what I needed back. I had to special charge a DC and a rainbow, and I needed 2 DCs to go back. Unfortunately, that sucked. It happens in a game, though. Like, that just happens. Sometimes. But, like, his deck was specifically made for me, and was able to run well against me. But if he goes into a bigger tournament, they're prizes that are just going to sit there, that are easy to kill for other decks. And even though he's a good player, just kind of having those things, which are outside of the ratios of what a normal Metagross player would be playing, kind of either clogs your hand, or messes everything else up. So it's kind of one of those things. That's kind of where, like, you have to look at it as, I have these ratios for a reason. They're doing good for a reason. Like, this is how it is. And when it comes to energy, that's kind of one of the big things where you have to be careful. Like, you really simply have to be careful with energy, because too much or too little could kill you. In Hoopa Ninetales, I run 12. In Marshall, I run 10. But that's only because I'm only looking at really fighting with 3 Pokemon. That's all I ever really want on my field, ever. Is I want a Marshadow, and I want to sit there. And I might want a Hoopa, just to sit there as well. So I'm really not looking for a lot of energy, because I don't really need it. But we're in a deck like this, where, like, you're using different things, you're not just relying on 1 Pokemon to do everything, you kind of maybe want more energy. Like with Volcanion, like, you want to discard things. With the new, or even Metagross, for example. Or with the new Lunala. I mean, the Lunala really buffs up Psychic Pokemon a lot. Like, and I mean a lot. It makes Mewtwo very, very, very playable. I mean very playable. Because you can run it like... You could run it like you run water with Aqua Patch. Like, it just ends up being good. So the more energy you have, the better it is. Which means you might limit the number of Pokemon you have. And personally, if I was running that with the Lunala, I would be running a Lunala box, to be honest. I mean, well, you guys have seen my profiles. Most of them are a box of some kind that runs these 3, this, and this. And whatever else I want, just throw in there. Because I like it. It's good. They're good meta calls. That's really what it comes down to. But that's what the best part about giving yourself open spaces is. So, like, if I want to run a little less here to maybe buff this up, I can. If I want to run, or even run 1 more here, just give me more options. Or, like, for example, here, really probably going to run that 4th field lower. You really are. You know, but it's still an open spot. I want to run the 4th one. Do I need it? No. Do I have room for it? No, I do. But this could become Giratina if it has to be. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of one of those things where it just allows you to kind of get in there and make this deck your own, and really make it what you want to make it. And that's kind of the best part about it, about deck building, is, you know, making sure that you have fun with it. Like, I can't tell you how many decks that I've looked at or I've played, but I'm like, this is boring. Like, I don't want to play this anymore. And they're good decks, and I won with them. I mean, I played Gardevoir. I'm like, I did the same thing over and over again. Yeah. Well, you're not going wrong. A lot of these decks kind of focus on doing things over and over again. But like, you can just spice it up with how you do it. Which is what I like. I like being able to kind of pick my own Pokemon. Let me put this Mr. Mime back here. And kind of get to pick how I want it. So that's where I stand on energy and how when I'm looking at a deck, how I kind of pick my energy and pick how much I need. And kind of how I look at my open spaces. I think the open spaces are probably the most important part of the deck, and if you're not leaving yourself enough open spaces, while the deck may be good, there may be times you're lacking things, and it can get a bit frustrating. Or taking away from your ratios to make an open spot just really sucks, and you really don't want to have to do it. I've had to do that, and I hated it. I can't tell you how much I hated having to do that. That just sucks so much. But thanks, guys, for watching. May your lives be as max ready as my decks. Have a great day.